That's right, they've been giving each other like high fives in the background. Yeah, that's us. She's talking about us. Of course, we're talking about Dr. Luke, who's been telling us exactly how to lose that weight and how to keep it off. And alongside him, we have Clara Bubenzer from the beautiful food eatery in Cape Town. And you're going to be sharing one of your recipes with us. Yes. And the good doctor's going to be dissecting all of the ingredients and telling us how good or how bad they are for our diet. So are you ready for this?
Yes.
All right, so what are we making today?
So we're going to make a hake fillet. Hake is a very affordable fish. Everyone's got it in the freezer. It's very attainable. Then we've got some lemon zest, some parsley, and some garlic. I'm just going to mix that together and spread that over with some olive oil. I've steamed some potatoes and mashed them around in a pot and then sprinkled them with chives. And I've got some green beans, and I'm just going to sprinkle them with some toasted almonds to give them a bit of crunch and a bit of different texture instead of adding more butter or olive oil or something like that. Although I did add butter because butter's good and we're allowed to add butter.
Just a little bit.
That's why I like Dr. Luke, because we get to add butter.
And of course, if you're looking for those ingredients, SMS the word hake to 33728 and we'll send that right over to your phone. Okay. So, Doctor, after having a look at all of these ingredients, what do you make of them in terms of healthy... I don't want to say diet. Diet sounds like a bad word now.
It does, unfortunately, but a diet is actually a way of eating.
Yes.
This looks like an easy meal to make and tasty as well. And just like Clara said, you don't have to add butter or extra salt or anything that makes you fat. You can still make it tasty. And that combination is actually excellent. And that looks like there was a lot of butter in there, but there is nothing in there.
Indeed.
There's no butter in there, that's just olive oil. Okay. And olive oil is good.
Good.
Okay, so what have you done to our fish so far?
So I've just taken the lemon zest, spread that over, minced some garlic and parsley, and this is actually a very classic combination of flavors when you use fish. So that always works together. It's a dead given, like it'll always work, right?
All right.
And then I'm just gonna drizzle a bit of olive oil over it. You can also add a titch of butter as well if you like. You know, reasonable answer thing is that Dr. Luke always promotes is sizing and not doing it too big. And that's pretty much it. Because that's all you need. Yeah, that's all you need. And that's great because you've got flavor, you've got aromatics, you've got herbs, you've got salt and pepper, and that's pretty much all you need. Right?
And then you take this and pop it into an oven at...
Into an oven at 220 for around 10 minutes.
Okay, let's do that. I'm going to do that for us right now.
And now we've got the television. But look, we already have one made.
And it smells amazing, by the way. You do that very well, that voice. But look, we already have one made.
Oh, it's like you.
Woo! Can you hear that sizzle?
Okay, so there we go. Look at that. That's like what we would call sexy food.
That garlic smells amazing. Wow.
And now what you do afterwards is just squeeze some fresh lemon over it. Obviously, not having that. And then you've got beautiful fish. That's really nice and healthy.
Man. It's looking absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And of course, Doctor, you've got something that you say about watching the portion, the size of the portion that you eat, huh?
Yes, I told you earlier on everything should fit into your cup hands, but we're actually going to serve it on those small plates there.
Yeah.
And it has been proven that if you decrease your plate size, the tests have been done with 30 centimeter diameter plates versus 22 centimeter diameter plates. If you decrease your plate size, you automatically are going to eat less. And this can actually translate in 25% less calorie intake, which can translate in a year over 5 to 15 kilograms of weight loss without you even trying. And the reason is that if you see food, if you see a portion that is satisfying, it actually will satisfy you more than if you see a portion that is dissatisfying.
Yeah.
That is something with the integration of our eyes, our taste buds, our brain, our stomach, and so on.
That is amazing.
So just serve on smaller plates, eat with smaller cutlery. It's going to stretch out your meal, you're going to chew a bit longer, and you're going to help your satiety mechanism, your fullness mechanism to kick in.
Now, Clara, while you do this, please carry on. Might I ask you to just maybe demonstrate that for us, where you're going to dish up exactly the same amount of food on both plates, and we just have a look at what that looks like. And it relates to something in your book, Doctor, called well, it's been said all over the world, the French paradox.
Yes. Well, the French paradox refer to several things, but the French paradox is the people in France that don't seem to be so overweight as in the rest of the world, although they seem to have a healthy, or they seem to eat a fair amount of food.
Yes.
The thing is that food is not just eating. Food is a whole little bit of a ritual or a ceremony. Make your meal a little bit of an occasion, and in France they do that very well. They sit down on a table, they have a crockery, cutlery, a tumbler, a serviette. They sit down and they enjoy their meal. So they actually allow all the natural physiological mechanisms to take place. They feel their fullness, they stop when they had enough. Whereas in America or in other parts of the world, they eat on the run, they stuff themselves, they eat too much, and then they get overweight. So it's all about having a little bit of an occasion.
I like that, making it like, you know, sit around the table, have a conversation with the family, enjoy the time with the food as well.
That's what it's all about.
Amazing stuff. So just by the looks of that, it's, I mean, just what you said now about you've dished up the same amount of food on 2 different plates. And just look at that. On the one plate, it looks a reasonably small portion, whereas on the other, it's a sizable portion. But your eyes are telling you, wow, I'm eating a lot of food. Wow, I need more food in the other plate.
Correct.
Lovely stuff. Clara, thank you very much for making that recipe for us. Sure. Lovely, nice and healthy.
Yes.
And I'll get it afterwards.
Yes.
Yes, I can't, I don't know. I've had too many people tell me that I eat too much right now. But right now we're going to cross over to the ladies. We've got those winners of our calories competition.
Stay with Espresso and SABC3.